Hi everybody, Alexa Luckenbach here. So I had to go live today because I get this question all the time. Why do you drink Shakeology? Is it really necessary? And I feel like I can just get results on this journey without it. So what's the point? Okay, and I get it. That's a super valid question, which is why I wanted to go live, share my experience, and kind of tell you guys a little bit more about the decision that I made over 3 years ago to start investing in my health and start supplementing my nutrition using Shakeology. So first off, I understand I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't lose weight and achieve whatever your health and fitness goals are without Shakeology. There are so many great things out there that you can use, and I get it. You can do this and reach your goals without it. I get it. However, I also understand how hard this health and fitness journey is. Okay, I understand how frustrating it can be to try and change your habits. Okay, because that's really what we're doing here. When you are trying to either lose weight or gain muscle or change your nutrition habits or whatever it is, it's hard because habits are kind of ingrained in your brain, you guys. I've been that person that's tried so many different things and always found myself in that frustrated, defeated point, right? Like, I have done Weight Watchers probably 3 or 4 different times. I have done Advocare. I have done the Zone diet. I have tried counting my calories on an app. I have hired a personal trainer that's given me meal plans and fitness plans. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've tried so many things long before I started to supplement my nutrition and start to drink Shakeology and joined my challenge groups and all that kind of stuff. Okay, and I just found myself always in this defeated place where I would get motivated, I would do great, I would get some results, but then I would just fall back. I would lose motivation. My old habits would just start to rear their ugly head, right? And I would just fall back to square one. Okay, so I really believe when it comes down to this, if you want to make serious results in this journey, it takes a few things. You need to have all the pieces of the puzzle, not just a few. Number 1, fitness. Number 2, nutrition. Number 3, support. And number 4, mindset. Okay? It takes all of those things. Not just 1 or 2, not just 3. I mean, all 4 of them. Okay? And so support and mindset go together, right? I feel like when you have support and you have accountability and other people that are around you on this journey, your mindset's naturally going to improve, right? And that's the reason why here I am 3.5 years later, and I still make it a point to make sure that I have some sort of a support and accountability group always running, so that not just for other people, but for myself, because I need it. Because without that support and accountability, my mindset goes to shit and I completely start to fall back into my old habits, okay? But you guys, the biggest and hardest part about this, yes, mindset and support is important, but the hardest part is the nutrition, right? Is it just me? But I know it's not just me. I know that nutrition is the hardest part for so many people. You know what I mean? And it's all because so many of us have horrendous eating habits, okay? So many of us have awful eating habits, whether you're not eating enough. So many people I talk to, they're like, I don't eat breakfast, or I don't eat until 3 p.m. and then I just have a couple things, and then I binge at night, right? You're not eating enough, or you're relying on processed foods. That's another thing a lot of people do, whether it's fast food, right? Your diet consists of all fast food or going out to eat, or whether it's you are somebody who buys the 100-calorie snack packs or the low-calorie or low-sugar shit. All of that stuff is processed. So if your whole diet is all on processed foods, right, boom, that's an issue right there. Okay, so it's really hard to change your relationship with nutrition, I feel like, okay? And it all comes down to one key thing, that we are nutrient deficient, you guys. Nutrient deficient. So, and then that's all based off of those things that I was just sharing. Either, number 1, you are somebody that is completely relying on processed foods or eating out, you're going to be nutrient deficient. Okay? Or number 2, you're not eating enough. Or if you're trying to lose weight or get healthy or whatever your goal is, and you're slashing your calories. I feel like for so long it's cut calories, cut your calories. Make sure that you're down to 1,200 calories a day or whatever. You know what I mean? What happens when you're freaking cutting the amount of food that you're eating? You're also going to be cutting the amount of nutrients that your body is getting, right? So number 1, you're relying on processed food. Number 2, you're cutting your calories, which is in turn cutting the amount of nutrition that you're getting. And then number 3, like, it's 2017, and like, let's just be real here, you guys. The way that our food is grown, like in the soil of our earth, like the soil and everything that we have that we're growing food with, it just is not as nutrient dense as it used to be. Like, point blank, end of story. 50 years ago, the quality of the foods that we were growing was just completely different because of the amount of nutrients. So just naturally, the food that we're eating, even if you're eating super clean, chances are you're still going to be nutrient deficient because our food does not have the same nutrients that it did years ago. So, you guys, why am I talking all about this nutrient deficiency thing? It's because this is the reason why your eating habits suck. This is the reason why you can't stick to any health and fitness, plan, or why it's hard to find that motivation to keep going, okay? Nutrient deficiency makes it really difficult for you to change your habits, okay? Number one, when you're nutrient deficient, you have low energy. Right? When I was nutrient deficient and when I wasn't drinking Shakeology and I wasn't supplementing my nutrition, what happened was I was waking up at 6:45 in the morning and I'm like, nope, I'm not getting out of bed to like go work out. Are you kidding me? When rather I could stay in bed and sleep a little bit longer. It's because I had no energy. There was no way my ass was going to get out of bed when I was low energy, right? So when you're nutrient deficient, you're low energy and it's going to be a lot harder for you to move your body and work out, whether that's before work or after work, right? Okay, after work, like, forget about it, right? Like, after work, I was so freaking dead tired. All I wanted to do was watch Netflix for the rest of the night and not do anything, right? It's like, there's no way I was going to work out. So nutrient deficiency makes it harder for you to find that motivation to work out or to do anything when you have low energy, okay? Number two is your cravings go through the roof when you're nutrient deficient. This is just straight up like scientific fact, okay? Go look this up. But when you're nutrient deficient, your cravings go up. Cravings are basically like your cells in your body saying, help, I want some food, I don't feel good. Give me food, give me life. So that's what cravings are. And what happens when you have really killer cravings? You obviously aren't going to want to eat, right? Right? Like, every time I pass by Taco Bell, I was like, yep, I need my cheesy burrito crunch, my Crunchwrap Supreme, and depending on my mood, I would either go with a chicken quesadilla or a crunchy taco supreme, right? Like, this is how fast I could name this shit off, you guys, because I was stopping there every single day because my cravings were so through the roof. And it's because I was nutrient deficient, okay? And when this happens, it's like you are fighting an uphill battle with yourself. Right? Like, it's already hard enough to change your habits. Add on the fact that you're nutrient deficient and you have these cravings. It's like you have somebody, you're trying to like go up this uphill, work up a hill, and you have somebody like trying to pull you back, right? Like, you're not going to get very far, or it's going to be really hard to get up that hill when you're kind of trying to, go against this resistance, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you feel like a failure, right? Like, every time I would finish going through that drive-through, I just like, man, I felt like such a failure because I knew that I shouldn't be eating that. I knew that I could do better, or that I need to do better if I wanted to finally feel good from the inside out about myself. But those cravings, man, they felt uncontrollable. And the third thing that nutrient deficiency does is it totally slows down your metabolism. Again, this is another like just fact about nutrition. Okay? So if you're feeling sluggish, are you going to want to work out? Are you going to want to eat right? No, you're going to want to get something quick and easy, and you're going to want to relax and chill out, and you're not going to have the energy and the motivation to do it. So nutrient deficiency, you guys, is like this like ugly monster that's trying to like totally throw you off track with your goals. It's like you're in a ditch and you're trying to dig yourself out of this ditch, aka change your habits, start eating right, start learning how to live a healthy lifestyle. But then there's somebody outside of the ditch that's throwing the dirt right back in there with you. It's like you're getting absolutely nowhere. And that's when you get to the point where you're like, I am getting nowhere, this is doing nothing for me, screw this, I'm done. That was me after I did Weight Watchers 4 or 5 different times. That was me after I tried the Zone diet and it didn't work for me. That was me after I tried doing the calorie counting app and started to, just get like obsessed with counting calories and then just totally like threw up my, I couldn't do it. That was me after I hired that personal trainer online and she gave me, all of this stuff, you guys. Like, this is why I failed seriously for years before I finally got started with this, okay? So these changes are already hard. So why are you going to make it harder on yourself? this is the reason why I had to make that decision. And I kind of came to this fork in the road. I was like, okay, either I need to do something different and I need to change this, otherwise this cycle is going to keep happening. I'm going to be motivated, excited, I'm going to do good for a week, and then my cravings and my low energy and all of this shit is going to make me crash and burn. I was done with it. And so I finally came to a point where enough was enough, and I was like, I need something different. And that's why I started to make the decision that I need to start drinking Shakeology. Okay? It's become that thing that I can rely on every day. It's quick, it's easy, right? I don't have to think about it. It's like it relieves a little bit of stress because, number one, it covers one of my meals a day. So it's like one of my meals, I can check it off. I don't have to think about it. And not only that, but this meal is giving my body everything it needs so that I have that energy to work out, so that I don't have those cravings and I can stick with my eating, so that I can raise my metabolism and not be sluggish, and I can find that motivation to do what I need to do to feel my best from the inside out, right? So my cravings became controllable. I didn't feel like a victim to my cravings. I didn't feel like I was an autopilot driving into that Taco Bell drive-thru, because I felt like I finally had a handle on these cravings. You know what I'm saying? And all of these things are the reason why here I am 3 years later and I still invest $4 a day into this stuff. Because you know what? For the first time in my life, I haven't gained all that weight back. For the first time in my life, I have a healthy lifestyle. For the first time in my life, I have changed my habits and I haven't gone back to my old habits, right? That's all of these factors, okay? So I just had to share that. This video ended up being a lot longer than I wanted it to be, whatever, story of my life. But I had to share it because I feel like people don't understand why I drink Shakeology and why I talk about it and why I think it's so key. Yes, you can work on your goals and you can reach your goal without it. But again, it's like being in that ditch and have somebody trying to dig yourself out of this ditch and having somebody shoveling that dirt right back in that hole. It's going to be a lot fucking harder for you. So why not make this journey easier on yourself? Supplement your nutrition. And I believe that Shakeology is the absolute best way that you can supplement your nutrition. Absolute best. Hands down. Not only that, we just came out with 2 new vegan flavors, which I'm so excited to try out. So you guys, if any of you want to know a little bit more about Shakeology, or you are ready for that change and ready to start being not nutrient deficient, but nutrient dense, you want to start giving your body that dense nutrition that it needs to operate at its best, shoot me a message, shoot me an email at alexaeatsclean@gmail.com, and I would love to help you get set up with Shakeology. Okay? Remind yourself of this. If you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. Sometimes that means investing a little bit more in your health. But I can tell you this, 3 years later, I wouldn't still be doing it if it wasn't worth every single penny. Okay? I love you guys. Chat with you soon.